A few days ago, I did a video about a nurse who is $20,000 in debt, who is also an aspiring content creator. And I got on TikTok today and I noticed that there was a follow-up video where she realized that she's seen her face on YouTube on my channel. So let's see what she said in that video.
Let's clear the air on something. So it's funny enough, I was opening YouTube yesterday in the morning to watch a video and I open it and I see my face.
First off, I have to say that must be a surreal experience because I've had that happen to me also. I just logged into TikTok, minding my business, and then I seen my face pop up on her thing, and I was like, I wonder who she's talking about. And she's talking about this channel. So I was like, wow, oh, I had that same like, oh my gosh moment where I was like, I gotta see what she's talking about. I didn't watch this whole video yet.
And it was this girl that I've been watching that reacts to people and their financial situations and highlights it in a positive light to teach people, not to make the same mistake. It ruffled some feathers with some people because I was talking about lifestyle creep and how, these choices are related to my diagnosis of ADHD. So I want to set the record straight, okay? Actually, no, we're going to set a different record. I just read something and I have been doing this already for the past year, but I just needed a little reminder for myself. For all the people that were like literally saying a bunch of negative things like, oh my gosh, you're a nurse. Like, why would you put yourself in this situation? Or blaming your ADHD, but it's actually your fault. I'm gonna let you think what you think.
Right.
Let them theory. Have you heard of it? To put it simply, it's just people are going to say things that they know are going to hurt you, but they just simply don't care. So if they don't care, why should I? Let them be upset. Let them judge you. Let them misunderstand you. Let them gossip about you. Let them be right about things. Let them doubt you. Let them not like you. Let them not speak to you. Let them put your name in the ground. Let them make you be the villain. This is me speaking to myself as well and just reminding myself that whatever people say about you,
right,
let them step aside, do your thing, and let them. I am just simply not going to allow anyone to take away my joy, my light, and my peace for 2025 and moving forward. Going to do what I can in my control and just let go of anything I can't control.
Right.
And this is going towards this is kind of just a gentle reminder for myself as I go through this debt payoff journey.
And it says here, this debt payoff journey is not going to be easy, especially since I'm sharing it with the world. Yeah, people are definitely going to talk bad about you or try to be like, oh, like you should have did this, you should have did that, especially sharing something so sensitive, so vulnerable. I think these people who share these journeys are brave. I think she's brave. Here's why. A lot of people are in debt. A lot of people are in so much debt to where they are ashamed to talk about the debt. And it's just something in this society where people are just walking around with loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of debt. And not saying that everybody needs to air out their debt online, like this is a confessional or nothing like that. But I think for the people who are being open about it, it helps a lot of other people who are on the same journey trying to get out of debt, just to know like, hey, you may not be the anomaly you think you are, because a lot of people are battling the same thing as you. So I appreciate these sort of videos. I think the system that most of us grew up in doesn't teach us to be financially responsible. It doesn't teach us how not to end up being in these cycles of debt, and we end up falling victim a lot of the time. A lot of people's parents aren't even financially literate. A lot of us had to learn from YouTube or learn from people who were around us that were good with finances, good with money. And additionally, there are people who do not try to find any information out about trying to be financially literate, trying to be better with money. And because they're not, they're just stuck in the cycle. So people making these sort of videos help somebody understand like, hey, I might have a problem with my spending habits. I might be over consuming at the store. I might be going out to eat a little bit more. I might want to make a budget. It's just eye-opening sort of content that could help somebody else. If you just listen to someone else's story and just see how it ended up for them and say, hey, maybe I don't want that. Maybe I can learn from what they did. And that is what I like to share these videos for. Now, do people like to eat up the stuff that content creators say online like it's breakfast? Absolutely. Like if you just say one wrong thing, like there's a whole bunch of people in your comments, or you said something and somebody didn't like, somebody's not going to like what you said. Somebody's not going to like what you shared. It just kind of comes with being a content creator. And she wants to be a content creator. From the last video, she said she aspires to be like a YouTuber, a content creator. She's doing her thing right now on TikTok. She's sharing her experience, her journey. Do the comments sometimes get to you? Yeah, like people say mean things in my comments all the time. How do I deal with it? Blocked or I don't look at it. Sometimes as a content creator, the comment sections can be some of the worst spots to be in. Like, people are just so nasty and so mean in the comments. But if you know what you're doing is trying to help other people, keep your eyes focused on what you're doing and don't let nobody stop you from doing whatever it is you're trying to do. They will say all sorts of stuff. And the whole point of people saying mean things that aren't helpful or whatever the case may be is to stop you from doing what it is that you're trying to do. And what is wrong with sharing your journey? You can't go on any social media site, any app, and find a content creator that is without flaw. You can't find anybody in those comments that is without flaw. I'm not saying that we can't learn from each other though. Like, we all do things possibly that other people can learn from. And she's just sharing her stuff online. And a lot of them are. Think about it like this. There might be another nurse that's watching this and it's like, oh, I can feel that. I can relate. There might be somebody just like her that's battling ADHD that might feel like, hey, this related to me. People need to see different perspectives other than themselves sometimes, from different people than themselves, to see themselves in what other people are doing. For example, if you watch somebody who keeps saying, hey, I just keep going out to eat and going to get fast food, you're not the same person, but y'all are doing the same thing. And it's relatable to you, even though y'all don't know each other from Adam, because you share the same experience. So if you can see like, hey, this is spiraling out of control for this person, maybe you can see it's spiraling out of control for you too. And maybe then both of y'all can change, or maybe at least one of y'all can change, or maybe your friend can change if they see it, or your mom can change, or your uncle can change, or somebody can see there's a pattern here that is leading to something that is not wanted, which is debt. And because you understand something is wrong, you can then say, hey, I need to solve for this. And then you can start figuring out, how are you going to solve for this? Maybe then you'll start budgeting. Maybe you'll get so good at budgeting, you'll have extra money, and then you can invest into your 401k. Maybe then you can invest into the stock market. It has to start somewhere. But the thing is, a lot of people don't even understand that there is a problem that they have that can be adjusted to get them in a better financial situation. A lot of people just think they're doomed and there's nothing that can be done. She is actively trying to pay off her debt. And a lot of these people on TikTok are, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like the TikToks, blah, blah, blah. These are real people still. Like, regardless of what platform y'all see these people on, people sharing their experience, this is an experience that a lot of people can relate to. But let's see what else she said.
This is kind of just a gentle reminder for myself as I go through this debt payoff journey, because a lot of people have things to say and it's just like, I'm gonna say things and is it gonna get to me? Yes, but I need to snap myself out of it real quick and just let them.
I believe her name is Kayla because her TikTok name is It's Kayla DM. I believe Miss Kayla is absolutely right. I don't know if the comments were so bad to where she may not share her journey anymore, because I'm not getting that, but I know how sometimes the comments can be a little discouraging. Miss Kayla, I hope that whatever you do, no matter if you post or not, you continue to pay off your debt. Like, if you don't want to post no videos no more, I get it. But I'm wishing her well. I think it's good to encourage people when they're trying to do the right thing. It's like easy to look at somebody's past and be like, oh, you was doing this, you was doing that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sometimes you gotta, assess what the problem is so you can identify it and stop doing that behavior. But I just hope she's able to take her income and just pay off her debt like she said she wanted to do. And that would just be such a blessing and a weight off of her shoulder, as well as anybody's shoulders. Like, who wants to be buried in debt? There are so many people who can relate. And again, if you guys want to continue to see her debt payoff journey, her name is It's Kayla DM on TikTok. And y'all, we have to start making better decisions today in order to have a better future.